You ever felt like everything was working against you? Like no matter how hard you try, doors keep closing, people keep doubting, and life just keeps hitting harder? I know that feeling too well. But what I didn't know, what I couldn't see, was that even in the chaos, God was moving. And today I want to tell you exactly how I learned that God's plans are unstoppable, even when everything seems to say otherwise. Last year was the darkest chapter of my life. I had just lost a job I thought was secure, my closest friend betrayed me, and financially, I was hanging on by a thread. I kept asking, God, where are you? Have you forgotten me? It felt like I was losing everything. And honestly, part of me wanted to give up. But one night, when I couldn't sleep, I sat alone in the living room and opened my Bible without knowing what I was looking for. My eyes landed on this verse. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That hit me like a lightning bolt. In that moment, I realized something. This wasn't the enemy winning. This was spiritual warfare. And I was under attack not because I was weak, but because I was close to something powerful. Over the weeks that followed, I began praying more intentionally. Not just for rescue, but for clarity, for wisdom, and for the strength to keep standing. That's when things started to shift. God began placing people in my life, people I never expected. A neighbor who randomly checked in and prayed over me. A pastor I hadn't spoken to in years who called just to say, God placed you on my heart. A friend who sent me money without knowing I couldn't afford groceries that week. That's when I remembered. Spiritual battles are real, but God places divine helpers in your life. People sent at just the right time. People who remind you that you're not fighting alone. It didn't all turn around overnight, but something inside me did. I stopped panicking. I started trusting. And today, I stand here with a testimony that's still unfolding. I've got a new job, stronger boundaries, deeper faith, and a peace I didn't even know I needed. Because now I understand. God's plans are unstoppable. No force can prevent what He has ordained. And when you keep believing and expecting, even in the pain, your breakthrough gets closer every single day. If you're in a season where nothing makes sense, don't give up. God is still moving. There's more happening behind the scenes than you realize. Subscribe to God Within Moments for more stories like this. Because sometimes, all it takes is one reminder to reignite your hope. And your breakthrough? It may be closer than you think. Drop a comment if this spoke to your heart and share it with someone who feels like giving up. Keep believing. Keep expecting. God's not done.